Okay, this is a video to demonstrate that the formation of the Himalayas by the subcontinent India drifting into the Euro-Asian plate is absolutely incorrect. It is just not possible. And what you have in front of you is a map known as the age of the lithosphere. And if you were to Google age of the lithosphere for Google Earth, uh, and obtain the KMZ file, you would be able to extract this image. And essentially what we have is continental crust being shown with this blue contour map, these blue bands, and that's dated in billions of years. And we have the oceanic crust with this rainbow map in between the continental crust, dated in millions of years. Now, I'm a creationist, and I don't believe in millions and billions of years. I believe that the Earth was created a little bit over 6,000 years ago. And what I believe is that the Earth at the time of the global flood was superheated, and in the 100 years after that, up until the time of a man named Peleg, the Earth divided. Genesis chapter 10 verse 25 describes that happening. So what I do acknowledge is that there is a difference in the age between the continental crust and the oceanic crust. The oceanic crust is 7% of the age of the continental crust. I do acknowledge that there is a difference, and essentially that difference is because the dating is dependent on the radiometric decay of the rock, and essentially the continental crust has decayed more, and therefore it has the appearance of age, whereas the oceanic crust has not decayed as much, therefore it looks younger. Alright, so we'll go to this static animation of India drifting from Pangaea. So India leaves Pangaea here and drifts up into the Euro-Asian plate. And you notice that it has a curvature here, and that curvature is because, we'll go to this satellite map, that curvature is because the Himalayas are in a curve. Okay, so that's why we have that curvature on the cutout. So we'll go to Photoshop, and we have a cutout of the contour map in the shape of India, and we have a satellite photo which is an exact match to that cutout. Okay, so essentially India left Pangaea, drifted up into Eurasia, and formed the Himalayas, so it is believed. Okay, so you'll notice that it has contour bands around here. So what has to therefore take place is when India left Pangaea, these contour bands were a perfect match for when they hit into Eurasia. So we place that there, and the contour bands of Eurasia just so happen to perfectly match the contour bands of India when it left Pangaea. Now Pangaea was, I think it was 200 million years ago that Pangaea existed. So these contour bands are billions of years old, so we can rule out that those contour bands took place after after India crashed into Eurasia, because they're measured in billions of years. So we can rule out that they formed afterwards. Alright, so for India to have left Pangaea and crashed into Eurasia, and for those contour bands to have been a perfect match, is highly unlikely. In fact, it is impossible. It's just not even considerable to be likely that the contour bands would be a perfect match for when they crashed into Eurasia. So India drifting into Eurasia did not form the Himalayas. The Himalayas were created by God. Mount Everest was created by God. Alright, thank you for listening, and God bless.